This is our town, Chico, California. This video is being produced by the Butte County Public Defenders with the hope that by learning about the homeless situation here in Chico, we can build empathy, respect, and understanding among its residents. Chico serves as a beautiful home to many people. It's very diverse and unique. Our downtown area coexists with our university, Chico State, a variety of businesses and professionals, creating quite a lively atmosphere. We asked various students and residents why they reside in Chico.
What I like about Chico is the small town environment, I think, where you actually know people that you run into downtown.
Honestly, for me, what I like about downtown Chico is just kind of it's a friendly atmosphere that no matter what you're doing, there's people there, and because Chico's small enough and yet it's big enough, like you will run into people you know.
Well, I like that there's a really large community that's actually very diverse. You have the demographic of the students, you have local people. It's a lot of fun to get involved in the community, and there's lots of recreational activities that are a blast as well.
Yeah, no, I'm here at Chico State on a cross-country scholarship. I chose it, of course, for all the nature and trails. It's perfect for running, and it's definitely a great community.
The downtown area, I like it because it's walkable. Everything that I want to do, I live close to downtown, and so everything that I want to do, virtually everything that I want to do is within walking distance.
Well, I heard that the school is like really good, and I love like the vibe here. It's like real chill, and like it brings a lot of people here from different places.
The beauty of downtown Chico is that it's such a laid-back, friendly environment. You know, I always run into people that I know. It's really easy to meet people here. There's tons of cool people, really interesting things. It's fun.
Personally, I like Chico because it reminds me a little bit of my hometown. It's got a very familiar, homey feeling, and the look of it is similar. I came here really because, well, part of that reason also I really like the close-knit community feeling.
Honestly, all the greenery, and when we came to visit last year, we loved the environment.
Yeah, like just because from growing up in the desert, like we don't have trees, we don't have like the old like brick building look.
I'm from Sacramento, so the feel's totally different. If you were to go to like downtown Sacramento, there's like the same homeless type factor thing and everything like that, but the feel is just a lot different. There's elderly people downtown in Sacramento, and here it's much more of like a college, welcoming feel.
Although there are many reasons to love Chico, it is not without its problems. From 2010 to 2011, the number of homeless in Butte County has risen 20%, and the numbers are rising.
It might be a little scary at night sometimes, but during the day it's definitely a welcoming place.
Over the last 2 years, I would say the number of homeless people in Chico and really all in Butte County has just like increased drastically. It feels like, at least.
Yeah, no, I've had several homeless encounters, and it always saddens me, but it makes me wonder what put them in that position. Why are they here? Why are they doing the things they're doing?
The only thing about downtown that I don't like is like the amount of hobos.
Yeah.
But I mean, we keep pepper spray on us at all times, so it's not like we feel completely unsafe. And we normally we tend to travel in packs. Like the one rule, like always have a buddy with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really heard many homeless like harming anyone, but they're kind of like a nuisance when they're asking for money and stuff like that. Because
that's true.
You see them going to go buy a pack of cigarettes or something. That's just not worth giving them money to go do that.
Yeah, we have a dumpster behind our house, and it gets fished through like every morning by homeless people. Like it doesn't really bother me too much except for when they leave messes.
I definitely, if I didn't enjoy it and I thought that it was too scary or too dark and too dangerous, like I would have left. But I love it here. I wouldn't want to leave.
I think it would be helpful if individuals in Chico and in American culture in general took more responsibility for homeless as individuals. Like, the reason why we have such a tremendous number of homeless people in our country is because we don't take responsibility for the people who are around us. And we let people fall through the cracks all the time, and we ignore small problems and the people who are directly connected to us until they become big problems, and then by the time it becomes a big problem, you have this person who has overwhelming behavioral health and substance abuse issues, and that's what homelessness stems from primarily, in my opinion.
Our community can no longer look the other way and ignore the difficult tasks that we all face together. Steps are being taken to change the situation and alleviate the negative image and impact of the homeless in Chico.
However, I've lived on the streets most of my time here.
I live at the Jesus Center because at the Sabbath House because of a series of unfortunate events. So when I came there, I was angry. But being at the Jesus Center changed my life, and that's why I volunteered for the cleanup crew.
Yeah, I just want to say that like myself, a lot of people find themselves in situations that whether it be they lose their business, they fall in a bad spot. And I found through my travels, I've always been a reasonably successful man, my own business, my own home, all the nice things in life, but I fell. My wife was paralyzed in her right side. I had lost my best friend, and I took the chicken's way out, and I started drinking.
Well, about the drop-in center, I have nothing bad to say, but Chico itself is not so kind of a place.
Well, you know that old saying, I was raised by my grandparents, get off, dust yourself off, and start over again. I was 42 when I just gave up.
Oh, how did I end up here? Bad set of circumstances. I had a daughter with cancer, and I had family that had a lot of cancer in them. And at the same time I was at UC Davis with my daughter, my house went into foreclosure, and it just kind of threw me off for a while, and then I got cancer.
8 years ago this month, I lost my home in a house fire, and I lost my best friend, my son, in the same. And tried to drink myself to death. That didn't work. But I just never could put it back together.
The way I think of Chico is, well, people would sit there and look more upon their homeless and sit there and help out, we might actually be able to get a lot more of us homeless kids off the streets. Like, people see us sitting out here panhandling up money, asking for spare change. Like, they sit there and they ignore us, walk on by as if we're nothing, as if we're just trash on the sidewalk. And I know that hurts me. It hurts a few others too.
And it's sad but true, but it's a progressive disease. And progressively, I got worse. I almost had this pipe dream of one day I'm going to get it all back together. But you know what, you guys, I want you to know that sometimes these people, myself included, we fall so low as far as maybe even a bike. I'm blessed. I have a bike.
So I've survived the cancer, and I've always had, God's always given me a vision of having a coffee shop in Paradise, and that's where my daughter's son lives at, and so I'm working toward that, getting my own coffee shop in Paradise.
Like, if you were on the streets and I had money, I'd give you money. It's no problem. I work for it, yeah, but it's a material object. It's used to buy things that are also other material objects. Material objects mean nothing compared to a human life. And
was living in my car. The car broke down. Didn't have the money to fix it. And my daughter and grandkids had been at the Sabbath House before. So it was kind of like a last resort.
And like just a few days ago, the sheriff took all my equipment. So I had to sit there and ask other street kids if they had spares that they can kick down, because I don't have the money to go out there and buy my sleeping bags again or my pack.
We're in such a spot because I don't know where to go. Tonight I do, but tomorrow is a whole new and it's actually, it's almost torturous. Thank God for the Jesus Center that we can come and we can eat. We can have a hot cup of coffee.
There's street people, they prefer to live the way they do. There's families that don't want to be there. There are the people who are, I don't know what politically correct term it is, but mentally challenged. And there's no place for them. And the old people are there. I don't know what their reasons are, but they're older than I am, and I'm older than dirt. And them sleeping outside and stuff, it's sad, it breaks my heart. And I don't think they meant for their life to end up like that.
The drop-in center is very helpful. Sit there, I'm getting a job because of them. And when I have a job, I'm going to be able to get a place because of them.
I've had people help me. People here in Chico, the good majority of them are good people. And they know, and they thank God they're not too judgmental to where they're just condemning us as the dredges of society. And I've had people, they gave me a sleeping bag this winter, and I'm so very grateful for that, you know, to climb in there. Since then, I built me a little cardboard hut underneath the bridge.
We're limited on housing, and it sucks. I've been out here since I was a little kid. Like, I hate it. I've been out here for 6 years, and I'm 19 now.
Well, it's like anything. It has nothing to do with the police or that. Well, that's a part of everything. But the hard part is looking over your back 95% of the time, you know? I mean, you just can't sit on the bench and say, I can't leave my stuff here, do this. I mean, I got enough, if I really try. I got a daughter, you know, she lives in Coos Bay, Oregon, but, you know, and stuff like that. I'm 62, man.
But we're all human. We all fall short. A helping hand. Some people don't want to be helped. I understand that. But there are a lot of people that do and just don't know what to do about it. That's why I couldn't make it on my own. I was down and out.
It's not always a choice to be homeless. The last 10 or 15 years, it's been a bad set of circumstances. You know, homes were going into foreclosure. I've worked ever since I've been real little, and then I've taken care of foster kids, and I've taken care of my own children. And I would have never dreamed that I would have been homeless.
You know, I didn't know that by going to mental health, you know, that I've obviously, you know, I'm self-made, mentally whipped, you know. I've picked up a crazy character, but I am mentally ill.
So, in my opinion, Chico's not a good town at all. It's got some good places that'll help you out. Jesus Center, you can go there and eat. And then they got the free store right across the Jesus Center. They help you out. They get the Salvation Army down the street, gives out food. Then you got the random people who sit there and buy food and then come down here and give to the homeless. Like, there needs to be more of those people who are willing to help out.
We have discourteous people in all walks of life, and we can't just continue to point the finger at just the homeless. It is a community problem, and we all need to grow up and put our big people pants on and quit pointing our fingers at each other and say, it's your fault, you clean it up. You know, it's a community problem. And it's not just a homeless problem, it's not just a college student's problem, it's not just business, it's all of our problem. And if we all continue to look the other way and want to point fingers at each other, we're never going to be nothing. We need to get into the solution and not the problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say that there are many of us on the streets that through no part of ours, at times, things happen in our life that bring us down to our knees and even further at times. And a lot of the alcoholism and the drug addiction that I believe that's going on in Chico is due to the fact that a way to kill the pain is to souse it, is to drown it. And I went through a lot of that myself. And I don't quite know what a person such as myself would tell a community.
When I was struggling, the honest truth is it's my daughter that passed away. Right before she passed away, about 2 months before she passed away, she said, "Mama, every day that I get to wake up, and God gives me another chance to wake up and be a better person than I was yesterday." And that's how I live my life today.
And Chico's, JC, the people there, the staff, I've got a new way of thinking. So whatever life I have left, it's going to be doing what I'm doing, trying to make a difference, smiling at people. Because sometimes when people are down and out, a hello and a smile, it's real important.
The first step on this journey is to create an atmosphere of empathy, respect, and understanding among the different factions in our town. This is just the beginning of a journey that can and must be taken one step at a time.
It's just a little, I don't say this to be negative, it's to be more realistic. There's the task that you're attempting to, it's Mount Everest. It's not impossible, but it's a hell of a task.
And we either just throw up our hands and say, well, can't do it, or we take one step at a time. Maybe the sweeping is one step.
Well, count me in, I'm there.
Well, the Clean Brigade started with the Our Town Coalition downtown. They were having a problem with the streets being real dirty and no funds really to clean it up. So Bill Such and some of the downtown business owners got together and came up with the Cleanup Brigade. And what we did was we hired people that were homeless and brought them downtown and started cleaning up downtown, and they did just an absolutely awesome job while we were there.
Anna Simcox, and I own Art Etc. We've owned it for 10 years and it's 40 years old, and we would not like to leave downtown. We love it.
Hi, I'm Melanie Bassett. I'm the Executive Director of the Downtown Chico Business Association, and today is a momentous occasion in the City Plaza. We're bringing together into the DCBA family, the Jesus Center Cleanup Brigade, and the Downtown Ambassador Program.
Well, my name is Tom Aldridge, and this is my wife Diana, and we both decided to join the Downtown Ambassadors because we've been hearing a lot of talk and discussion about what to do about the downtown. We wanted to be a positive impact on what's going on in our community. We feel very socially conscious. We think it's important to be involved, so we try to do that. I joined about 3 months ago, and we come down every other week to every week whenever we can. Just try to get involved and be a positive influence on the downtown area, and hoping that some of the problems that have come up, we can help defray some of those.
We've got obviously a growing situation since 2008 here in Chico with homeless people. We look at the last point in time